Do you and your romantic partner want to get matching tattoos or a set of tattoos and you're not sure what to get? Stay tuned for tips and more. Hey guys, I'm Haylee Tattooer and welcome back to Tattoo Talk. Today we're diving into the realm of romance and exploring some ideas for tattoos for couples, romantic couples. We'll talk a little bit about the symbology for shared and lasting connections and add a little bit of tattoo industry wisdom on there to help you along. So, before we get into it, a little playful warning about getting your partner's name. It's tempting to want to etch your partner's name into your body, especially when you're in like the honeymoon stage or it's so exciting and you're young, you don't really have a concept for how long forever really is. But remember, in the tattoo industry, we have a saying, getting your partner's name tattooed on you will curse the relationship. The truth is, while we do share a bit of a joke with our clients about this, we do find ourselves more often than not covering up names, ex-partners' names on people more than we would like to. In fact, one of my co-workers managed to talk a client of hers out of getting a tattoo of her partner's name. They'd been married for a long time, decades. My co-worker said the same thing, hey, it's a curse, you don't want to curse the relationship. Lo and behold, she didn't get the tattoo, called back a few weeks later and said, thank you for advising me against that because I found out my partner had been cheating on me. But we won't attribute that one to the curse. I also make little jokes to my clients. If they do want to get their partner's names, I say, hey, is it all right if I do it in grey wash so that it's easier for me to cover? It's all well and good to have a joke, but it is something that you need to think about. So, turning back our attention to matching couples tattoos, I've got 5 romantic symbols for you that are really excellent symbology for like a lifelong bond, a lifelong romantic attachment. So the first idea would be a lock and a key. So one person would get the lock and one person would get the key. I've seen this done a few times, but it's kind of corny, but it's kind of actually really cute. And there's a lot that you can do with the lock and with the key. And one thing to keep in mind is that you do want the tattoo to work well as an independent tattoo. You have to assume that the person seeing it in your day-to-day business is never going to see your partner's tattoo, and they're not going to be asking questions like, why does this person have this random half-finished, doesn't make sense tattoo? Whereas a lock by itself and a key by itself is actually a really flattering tattoo. I'm pretty sure I've got a key there somewhere. You can't see it under my watch, but it's under there, little skeleton key. And each of you can actually do your own thing with your own half of that tattoo. So you could do like a tiny, tiny little key if your partner is really minimalist or doesn't want to have too many big tattoos. And you could do like a really exuberant lock, like a half sleeve of a lock, whatever tickles your fancy. The tattoo, like I said, has to represent you and your connection to your loved one, and it has to work well as its own piece. That also solves the problem if the relationship doesn't continue, it's not unfinished without the other person in the picture. Romantic couples tattoo idea number 2, an infinity knot. This is similar to the infinity symbol, but it's done sort of with a rope with a little tie in the middle. I'll put a little picture up here for you. And it really signifies like an everlasting connection and reflects like the enduring nature of the love that you guys have, hopefully. Couples tattoo idea number 3, puzzle pieces. There's a lot that you can do with puzzle pieces, and obviously in this case you kind of want them to at least look like they click together. You don't want to get 2 random puzzle pieces with like extra adages that aren't going to click together. Just think ahead a little bit about that one. But puzzle pieces portray how perfectly you fit together. They really embody the idea of like discovering the person that is the perfect fit for you, that completes you. Because you can also incorporate a picture inside the puzzle piece, of course. You can incorporate anything that you want in there. So you can really personalize what it is about that connection that makes you click together so well. Love bug tattoo number 4, a moon and a sun. So moon and a sun are sometimes connected with like opposing energies, but That would be like really good for a relationship that's really like yin yang, like what the other person is, you're not, and what you are, the other person is not. That way, when you come together, you're creating like a perfect balance. You're each other's perfect dual energies. You know what I'm saying? It's also like the sun and the moon are really like in harmony. So that could really represent like the harmonious nature of your couple's relationship. Another tattoo idea for couples is really minimalistic, interlocking hearts. For those people who don't want like a huge representation of their relationship, but really do still want to like ink it on their body somewhere permanently, just for like a personal reference, similar to what like wearing a wedding ring is. It's a symbol for your beautiful relationship. 2 hearts intertwined is just a really simple visual representation of 2 souls entwined. Don't forget, you can also take just the concept of these tattoos and do whatever you like with it. Take it to your artist and say, hey, I want interlocking hearts, but I want it big and I want it really ornate. Or, hey, I want interlocking hearts, but I want it to look like really tribal or like really geometric. Is there a way that you can do that? So you can adapt these tattoos, and you can take the basic simple ideas that I'm giving you, choose an amazing artist and just roll with it. Just take it and creatively transform it into something that just suits you as a person. So color for relationship tattoos. Earthy tones could be used to provoke feelings of stability, you know, like grounding sort of love. Soft, pastel-y hues express tenderness, gentleness in the relationship. Vibrant colors would represent passion in the relationship and just vibrancy and fiery and sultriness and all the good things. But you could also, if you wanted to represent a deep connection, you could use like deep, rich sort of tones, like deep, dark blues and velvety violets and that kind of thing. So you get the idea of how we can sort of use colors as a bit of a hint to the feel, the emotion of the relationship. So while these are some really simple ideas, like I said, you can customize them however you want, just to suit your own story and your relationship narrative.
All the live laughs and loves that you'll have together.
Thank you for joining me on this journey into love tats. I hope some of these ideas have sparked your imagination if you want to get a couple's tattoo. And if it did, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. I'm doing a whole series on tattoo ideas for different people in different circumstances. So please stay tuned and I'll see you next time.